In this video, I'm going to show you how to use UID changeable cards using ACR122u, and also we're going to see how to write the entire block 0. So as you all know, ACR122u is a very popular reader writer, and this is from a company called the ACS, and which supports type A and type B tags. This particular UID rewritable tag is of type A. When you buy this reader writer, it comes with a CD, and it also has got some kind of SDK, and the CD also has got a software called ACR122u tool. This is the software I'm going to use here, and we're going to follow the developers community from Proxmark, and in that block site there's a clear instruction on how to do these things. And I also got an example of block 0 data, which we have seen in the previous videos. Just to recap here, the first 4 bytes, this is the UID, and the 5th byte is a kind of a checksum called BCC, and these 3 bytes, that 080400, it refers to the type of the tag, whether it's a classic 1K or 4K and so on and so forth. The remaining bytes corresponds to the manufacturer's data. So we are going to use a software called ACR122u tool that comes with the part of the CD or SDK when you install it, and I'm going to show you 2 methods, and you have to follow these steps in the order what I mentioned here. So I have tried various other methods, but it didn't work for me. So the very first step is you have to connect the ACR122u to your PC. I'm going to do that now, and after that you're going to run the software, and this software is part of SDK. I'm going to run that software, and you have to click on the connect. Here is going to show you the name of the reader writer, which is ACR12220. Connect it. Okay, so now we have established the connection between the software and the reader writer. Now next we are going to place the card, our UID changeable card, and you should listen to the beep sound, and after that you're going to disable a feature called auto polling, which is in this software. If you go to the reader commands and pick operating system and set pick and say disable and say set, so look at that, you just get some error messages, and see that's what the software is, and this is the next step. So once you did this, next you have to go to the direct command window, which is again go to send commands and say direct commands. Now it is in this window we will start sending the commands, and all those commands are described in this fantastic instruction given by probably a person called Mobius, and it is in Proxmark developers community, which I'm going to open. So this is the website, and this is the page I'm going to use. In order to get here, you just have to go to Google and search for changeable UID MIFARE 1K, and there are a couple of good discussions happening in this site. We'll be interested in the section, if you look for Mobius, and this is exactly what you're going to follow, and this method works for us. So we just have to follow this step, and the arrow on left arrow indicates this is the command we are going to type, and the right arrow indicate this is what the response we get, and you just have to follow this verbatim or as it is until you reach the last command. And these commands are for reading, and if you follow the one underneath, this is for editing. Okay, so we're going to follow these commands exactly the way it is in the same order, and we're going to prove that this thing works for us. So I've just pasted all these commands here. I'm going to call this as some Mobius instructions, and this is the command is sent, this is what the output is. I have got all these commands in my text editor. I'm going to copy paste directly into this ACR software, and let's see that it works. So the first command, we'll not worry about what the command does, and I'm going to point you to a place where you can see what these commands are. So copy paste the first command, says send. So this command, if you look at this documentation, the output should be D5099000. However, we don't get that last zeros, but this is a positive. 90 means a positive response. So don't worry about that zeros. So the first command is successful. The second command, so control V doesn't work in the software, so I have to paste it. And second command, I'm just looking at the other screen where I know that this is a positive response. And the third command, I'm going to delete and paste. It works. And the fourth command, so we have seen this command in a different way. When we discussed this in using MFRC522, we saw the command 40 sent to the stack. This is exactly what it is, 40. And this is very positive. Okay, the response should be 0. Yeah, we got it. And the next command, delete, send. This is again a positive response. And the next command, we have seen this command, the 43 command was used in MFRC522 also. Send, this is again a positive, and this is so one more command, this is a positive as well, and this is the last command. This command is what is going to write it to the block 0, and if this command works, then we have made it. We just wrote to block 0. And here I've taken, in my previous video I showed you how to extract this 16 bytes from any existing tag. So I know A0 means write, and 00 means block 0, and all the remaining 16 bytes, where the first 6 bytes, 4 bytes corresponds to the UID, the 5th byte to the BCC. See, keep in mind here we don't have to compute BCC because this is been extracted from a tag which already has a valid BCC. So all the remaining command here, we know 080400 means something to do with the card type, and this is some kind of manufacturer data. I'm going to send it, and 100% I'm sure this is a success. So what we have to prove now is whether our tag has got the ID starting from 06 or 6E, and this should be our tag. Let's try that. Okay, so that's all. If you want to check it, go try again. I don't think it works now. Probably the best thing is you disconnect it. I'm going to enable, or the best thing, close this. I would rather close this and start all, or you can also disconnect, reconnect this tag, run this software. So I'm going to place the tag. So here I'm not trying to do this again, just trying to get this UID, so which I can get it from the get data. So you can see that, look at that, we have got so exactly that what the UID is 6CE6. So this proves that we are able to write to block 0 using ACR122u using this first method. So finally, thanks Mobius, this works for us. So we'll go back to this block site again, and if you just scroll a little bit down, so one more person called Dwyer Cito. He has explained what these commands are. As you can see here, the very first command is something to do with the writing to register, changing them something like a transmission mode. And the next command is the halt command, and this we have seen I think in MFRC 522. This is using in communication through of PN532, and keep in mind ACR122u uses internally the PN532 reader writer. After that, the next command, it's again writing to register. We just have to see now. I'm not very sure what this thing does, but there's something happening here. Writing to register, again sending this command 40, writing to register, and sending 43 and writing to register, and finally this is writing to the entire sector. So there are some nice feedback here. If you are interested to know more, it's good that you go through this at least once. So let's see the second method of doing this thing. So this is again, I'm not very good at using this tool, so I somehow found out one more way of doing it, and in this method we are going to follow this sequence here. You're going to just let me disconnect this. Okay, yeah, what this command sequence is: place the card on the reader. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to keep another tag, place the card. I did it. Connect the reader. I'm going to connect it, and now run the software. Okay, that's fine. You run it. Then it says click on the connect. Let's click this on the connect. Then click on get data. So if you go here, click on get data, and this is a different tag. It starts with the this is one more UID changeable tag, which starts with the UID of 8A, 0B, CC, and C6. Click on get data. We're done. Okay, now disable the auto pooling. We know that. Go to reader command, pick operating parameter, set this, disable, and click set. And we know there are some errors here. After that, click on the get data again, reader get data, then click on the APDU commands. I think all these sequence we are doing just to get this, the top menu enabled. Look at that. So before we used in the method 1 we used the direct command, and now we got APDU command. And after this you just have to follow the Mobius instructions. Okay, I'm just going to copy paste as I did before. So let's try the first command, paste, and here you can see the response ending with the 90. So this response matches exactly what's in that block. This is the second command, delete and paste the second command, send. It works. This is the third command, delete, paste. It works. The fourth command. Okay, so 0A is a positive response. I think if you remember, even in when we did this using MFRC and Arduino, so there also the code was checking for the response 0A. So the next command, paste, that's fine, and after that 43. Okay, this is also fine. Then this is the last but one. This is fine, and this is the last one. Probably I will use this command that starts with BC. Paste, send command. So we have changed. If you remember, this was our. If I close this, okay. So if you got the UID starts from BCBB close, whereas this was 8A0B. Okay, so let us try to get data again and see. I can clear this screen here. Click on a clear. If you say get data again, you still get the old data. So I would disconnect and connect again. And now if I give get data, so look at that. Look, see, still the UID is still the same. Looks like this device is crashing. So I would rather disconnect from the power, connect it, and start again. Clear this window, and now give get data. Yeah, look at that. The UID is BCBB. This is the UID we just wrote. So we have seen two methods, and probably next video I'm going to use this command in my software and see if I can bash them all together and do everything in just one click. Thanks for watching.